Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between towering mountains, there lived a young woman named Emma. She wasn't the wealthiest, nor was she born into a family of great influence. But she had one thing that set her apart, an unwavering belief in her own potential. From an early age, Emma had been told that the world wasn't meant for people like her. She was a dreamer, often imagining herself doing things beyond the ordinary. She wanted to travel the world, speak multiple languages, help others, and perhaps even become a writer, sharing her stories with people all over the globe. But her circumstances were different. Her family had little money, and the village was small with limited opportunities. Emma often wondered if her dreams were nothing but illusions, things that were nice to think about, but impossible to achieve. Yet, in the quiet of her heart, she knew something others didn't. She wasn't afraid of hard work. One chilly morning, as Emma sat by her window, watching the mist roll over the mountains, she made a decision. She wasn't going to let life pass her by. She would chase her dreams, no matter the obstacles. So, she packed a small bag with only the essentials: her journal, a few clothes, and her relentless hope, and set off on a journey that would change her life. At first, things weren't easy. Emma encountered failure after failure. She applied for countless jobs, but each time the doors were in her face. "You're not experienced enough," they said. "We need someone with a better background." And yet, despite the rejection, Emma kept moving forward. One day, after receiving another rejection letter, she found herself sitting on a park bench, feeling the weight of exhaustion in her bones. Her heart began to sink, and doubt started creeping in. What if they were right? What if she wasn't cut out for this, after all? What if all her dreams were simply too big for someone like her? As she sat there, contemplating her next move, an elderly man sat down next to her. He looked at her with a knowing smile, as though he could see the storm inside her. After a few moments of silence, he spoke gently. "Sometimes, life doesn't give you what you want right away," he said. "But if you keep walking, you'll eventually find your path. Don't be afraid of the struggle, because it's the struggle that shapes you." Emma blinked, startled by the man's words. She hadn't realized how much she needed to hear them. "You see," he continued, "I've lived a long life, and I've learned that every setback is a lesson in disguise. You learn something new each time you fall. It's the falling that teaches you how to rise again." For the first time in a long while, Emma felt a spark of hope reignite within her. She thanked the man and walked away, her heart a little lighter, her mind clearer. She didn't have all the answers, but she knew one thing for sure: she wasn't giving up. Over the next few months, Emma threw herself into learning new skills. She studied languages, took online courses, and worked odd jobs to make ends meet. Slowly but surely, she began to build a reputation as a hardworking, reliable, and determined woman. Then, one day, when Emma least expected it, a company reached out to her. They had seen her work, her passion, and her commitment to learning. They offered her a position in a city far away from her small village, a chance to finally work in the field she had always dreamed of. Emma's heart raced with excitement, but this was just the beginning. She moved to the city and embraced her new role. Every day, she faced new challenges, but each challenge only made her stronger. She didn't have a perfect start, but she was learning, growing, and pushing herself beyond her limits. Years passed, and Emma's hard work began to pay off. She was promoted to a leadership position, became a sought-after speaker, and eventually published her first book, a collection of stories about overcoming adversity and following your dreams. People from all walks of life reached out to thank her, sharing their own stories of struggle and triumph. Emma never forgot the village she came from or the elderly man who had given her that life-changing advice. She knew that the journey to success wasn't a straight line, but rather a winding path full of detours. setbacks, and obstacles. But it was also a path that taught her the most valuable lesson of all: perseverance is the key to everything. She had learned that the greatest achievements don't come from avoiding failure, but from facing it head-on and using it to fuel your growth. And with each step forward, no matter how small, she was one step closer to the person she had always wanted to be. Emma's story became a testament to the power of belief, determination, and resilience. She inspired countless others to pursue their own dreams, no matter how impossible they seemed. And in the end, as she stood at the peak of a mountain she once thought unreachable, Emma realized something important. The journey was the reward. This story emphasizes the power of persistence and resilience, showing how setbacks can be opportunities for growth. It's a reminder that success doesn't come overnight, but with perseverance, dreams can become reality.